All right, you guys. I'm trying something new here. Happy Saturday. Why do I feel like I look crooked on this thing? Is it my hat? I feel like I'm crooked over here. YouTube. I need to back y'all up a little bit. My two side cameras are good. Mm-mm. Mm-hmm. Happy Saturday, guys. So, y'all, I'm literally trying out this new thing. So, I am literally live on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. Okay, all at the same time. All at the same time. Um, because I notice every time I go live on one platform, somebody's always telling me, well, hey, you disappeared off of this platform. Or when I go to like Instagram, you guys like, hey, long time no see, right? And then when I go to TikTok, you guys are like, hey, where have you been? YouTube is same exact thing, y'all. So I'm trying it out where I'm going live on all three platforms. So y'all bear with me, okay? Bear with me. YouTube, I feel like I look so crooked on here. Like I feel like I look so crooked. But anyways, y'all. Anyways, I hope y'all can hear me. Happy Saturday, happy Saturday, happy Saturday. So, y'all know every time I learn a new part of this game, I got to come through and bless y'all with a little bit of gems, okay? So, welcome everybody to my Saturday short but very sweet class, okay? So, TikTok, hey, hey, Instagram, hello, YouTube, let's get it popping. She said, "No, you look beautiful." Really, I feel like I'm sideways. Like I feel like on YouTube, it looked like I have like my whole entire screen is sideways. Is it just me? Anyways, y'all, that it ain't gonna matter. Okay, it ain't gonna be mad. It ain't gonna matter. Greetings, hey, hey, hey. How y'all doing? How's everybody doing on this amazing Saturday? So y'all know we got the Xtreme University tomorrow. I'm super excited to start our 4 week business credit blueprint coaching program. It's going to be every single Sunday, starting August 18th, which is tomorrow, and ending September 8th, which is 4 weeks from now. Okay. Y'all, so for those of you, my team have been reaching out to me. Okay. Um, in regards to the links, I got you guys covered. We will be sending another email out to you guys very shortly. Okay. So don't stress. Don't stress. We have y'all covered. All right. Cool. Everybody good? All right, perfect. So y'all, look, YouTube, I don't know, like it's like I'm getting one side of each. You know when you straight on with the camera, it's different than when you go side to side because I'm seeing all the imperfections side to straight on, but side to side, I'm good to go. All right, I'm good, y'all. I'm good. I think I'm good. I think I'm good. Y'all ready to go? Y'all ready? If y'all ready to go, drop a yes. Let's go. YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, let me know y'all ready so I can get going, okay? Because I love learning and I love coming back and blessing you guys with these gems, okay? Um, you're a good coach. Let's learn. Yes, yes, yes. I'm Lisa, don't close the university. Yes, the university will be coming down because what I'm trying not to do is because usually for the first program, I make it very small so I can kind of control and help the people through the program. And then obviously, we have the replay afterwards. So it will be coming down by the end of the day because I don't like the day of things where it's like a hassle trying to new people signing up. No, 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 no. So it's coming down. Okay. All right. Y'all ready? Well, I see a lot of YouTube saying that they're ready, but Instagram and TikTok, y'all ready? Y'all ready? Drop a yes in the chat if y'all are ready. If y'all ready or not, we still gonna go. Okay? All right. All right, y'all. Anyways, let's get into yes, TikTok. I love it. Okay, Instagram, y'all popping in now. Okay. Okay. Kenya, why you crying, girl? The class is tomorrow. How much more time you need? How much more time you need? The class is tomorrow. Okay, it is tomorrow. But anyways, y'all, let's do this. Okay. So recently we got into doing a lot more investment properties off of doing it off of our business EIN versus doing it personally, right? Because the world is changing, y'all. The world is 250% changing, and we have to move with it. So a lot of the time, and I think that you guys should have realized that from the pandemic. The pandemic showed us that, look, the security of jobs, the security of our places, the security of our cars is just not the same unless we are able to put things in place that's going to assist us when these world crisis things happen. Okay. So I don't know if you guys noticed, but during the pandemic, a lot of things were still moving, right? People were still renting cars on people on all these car rental platforms because people didn't slow down. The world slowed down because a lot of people lost jobs, yes, but there's a lot of things that kept going, right? People who were renting, who lost their jobs, were not able to, um, you know, keep their apartments. Some of them were able to because the judge understood what was happening. We were in literally a pandemic, but a lot of people lost jobs, they lost homes, they lost cars, so on and so forth. And then a lot of those things fell back on you personally. It fell back on your personal social security number. It's not like it fell back on your business where when we come out of the pandemic, you are like, hey, I'm good to go. It was only my business. No, a lot of that stuff fell back on our personal. So we found that a lot of credit repair people got rich during the pandemic, right? Because a lot of you guys were scrambling trying to figure out how to fix your credit because if you guys are like me and everybody else, you never had bad credit, right? So when you do get the look, I'm on the wrong side, y'all. Let me just get this, y'all, because it's irritating me just a little bit here on TikTok. I promise y'all. All right, I got it. Nope, I didn't get it. All right, whatever. Let's keep going. It's a woman's thing, y'all. It's a woman's thing. It's the angles, okay? It's the angles. But anyways, yes. So a lot of people had their social security numbers, compromised during the pandemic. Also had a lot of different things within the pandemic where, you lost jobs, so you lost your cars, you lost your house, so on and so forth. But you had a lot of people who had businesses and didn't really care about what was happening during the pandemic. The pandemic made a lot of people rich as well. Okay, it made a lot of people rich as well. So keep that in mind for moving forward, y'all. So for 2024 and beyond, we should be focusing on maximizing the strength of our business because a lot of you guys are still putting things under your personal that's affecting you guys till this day. Okay. Saturday blessings, Coach P. Hey, thank you. Appreciate it. But a lot of these things are still affecting you guys, right? So about 3.5 years ago, almost 4 years ago, when I started my journey as a business credit coach, I never wanted to go the PG route only because of the things that I was actually seeing happening to people while they were like losing houses and cars. So I wanted to figure out a different way. And I was able to do that where I'm literally like one of the only person in the industry who is this deep when it comes to no PG stuff, right? Only because I just don't want to tie anything back to my social. Again, people are free to do what they would like, but me personally, I just don't want to have anything tied back to my social because business go up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. God forbid something happens business wise, I am affected as well, right? On the personal side, because then it falls on my personal, because you never know, right? We can have so much money one day and then the next day some things changes where we have to kind of build ourselves back up. But we should be able to build ourselves back up without having to feel the pressure of it, right? Because now we have our social security number is untouched where we still have a good social security number to operate off of. Okay. So anyways, so I want to just take a moment really quick. Most of you guys may already know this, but I want to take a moment really quick to introduce you guys to No PG Business Credit. So what No PG Business Credit is what we call no personal guarantee business credit, meaning that you're not attaching your social to your business. Okay. Everything stays separate. Anytime you're buying a car under your business name, it should be separate from your social security number because you are a person. The business is an entity. Now, keep in mind with the business do need authorized signer. Now listen to the words that I'm saying to y'all. The business needs an authorized signer, not a personal guarantee. It's a big difference, okay? Because an entity cannot sign for itself. Prime example, right? One of my particular vehicles that I had, which was I think it was the 2023 Maserati, before I had it totaled out, that was actually on the Chase, okay? Still no PG, no money down with that finance company, right? However, what they did was that they put the business solely by itself, okay, without even me. They put the business solely by itself. So when it was time for me now to try to make my payments on this Maserati, every time I call into them, they would say that I am not authorized to make the payment. So then my question to them would be, how does the business make the payment? Like, can you guys tell me how you want the business to make the payment? Because obviously the business have to have a representation to call in, right? Because an entity is an entity. It's not something where the business can call you and say, hey Chase, how you doing? I'm looking to pay this bill, right? That was not the case. So it was such a hassle dealing with Chase, despite it being no PG and no money down. It was such a hassle to the point where that car became, I want to say, 4 months back due, meaning that I had 4 months worth of payment that was owed to them because they wouldn't allow me to make the payments, right? Because they're saying that now I have to get a signed documentation to say that I represent the company, blah. I was not doing all of that. Nobody had time for that, right? So it was even to the point where the car went into what you consider repo stage. Here's the kicker, y'all. One thing that you have to do, despite facing adversity with these companies, I had the money stacked away in my account because every time I knew that payment was coming up, I put the money in the account. The next month, I put the money in the account. The next month, I put the money. So I had 4 months worth of payment in that account. I wasn't touching it, right? So it's not something where I can now say, hey, the account is 4 months back due. I don't got the money. No, I was stacking away the money. And then eventually, I called into them. This probably was about 3.5 months into not paying this bill, but it's not me not wanting to pay the bill, right? It was them not allowing me to be the representation of the company. They're telling me I have to go into the bank and get a signed authorization to say that I represent the business. Y'all doing team too much, right? So eventually I finally got in touch with a manager or a supervisor that said, well, hey, I can go ahead and take your payment over the phone now because you are right. How can your business, her secret vault, the business, how can the business call in to make that payment? The business cannot call in to make the payment. So the funny part about that, y'all, the supervisor was like, hey, so are you there with the repo company right now? And I was like, the repo company? I'm like, no. They was like, so are you at 1 Little West, blah, 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 which is my business address. And I was like, so that's also another mistake that a lot of you guys make, right? So I literally had a client yesterday I was talking to about this. Your billing address should never change. Every time you change your billing address for your business, what happens is that now you start looking at 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 profiles. Billing address always stays the same. Shipping address, what makes the difference, right? You can ship the vehicle to Mars if you wanted to ship it to Mars, but your billing address should never change. So the supervisor said, hey, are you there with the repo company right now? And I said, repo company? Why would I be there with the repo company? So she wanted to confirm my business address. That is still my business address. Now, I'm not giving her my home address where the vehicle is actually located in, which is a whole nother state, right? Because my personal address has nothing to do with my business. So she confirmed the business address and she said, well, hey, there might be a repo guy outside. I said, oh, okay, good for him, right? Because mind you, my business is in New York City. I live in Las Vegas. So if you got a repo person for a vehicle that you guys did not want me to pay, it's not like I was running up on the plug, right? You guys did not want me to make this payment because you kept telling me that I'm not an authorized person on this account. So who is authorized on this account? Please explain to me who is authorized on this account to be able to operate on this account if it's not me. because I'm the president of the company, right? Again, you are a title for the business. A lot of you guys are like, oh, owner. Stop saying that, right? Own nothing, control everything. In this case, I was able to control everything that was happening with these people to the point where this car payment went 4 months late. It wasn't late for me because I had them waive all the late fees, right? So it was not late for me despite of what they were saying. I kept reiterating myself saying, hey, I've called in several times. Here's the dates that I've called into you guys, letting you guys know that I need to make a payment on this vehicle because it was a brand new Maserati. I need to make a payment on this vehicle. And every time I called in, and I make sure I got the rep name too. Every time I call in, I have a rep telling me that I am not the authorized person on this account. So when I ask who is the authorized person, they're telling me Her Secret Vault. Her Secret Vault is an entity, y'all. It's a business. So how can Her Secret Vault make the payment? Long story short, the manager ended up waiving all the late fees for me because that didn't fall back on me. But this is a prime example as why we have to always separate our personal from our business. Because had that repo went through, right? If I was neglecting my business, had that repo went through, it would have affected me personally, right? But because it was something that was on the business only, my social was not a tie to it. It was not going to affect me personally. So we have to make sure that we're separating the two. You have to separate the two. Personal and the business do not go hand in hand. Now, don't get me wrong. I do understand why people utilize personal credit, because to them, I can get more money faster if I attach my social. I can maybe move faster if I attach my social, but you also can go into debt faster with adding your social. You can also become bankruptcy with adding your social, right? Because with businesses, when it comes to lenders, they give 10 times more to businesses for funding. So I get it. However, we have to look at the long term. We have to look at the longevity. We never know where life is going to take us. Again, look at the pandemic, right? Look at this one unfortunate situation with me with this finance company where they just were not accepting my payments. So I fell 4 months behind because they wanted me, because they're telling me I'm not a signer on this documentation. A business cannot pay you. So how do you intend to get the money from the business? And all they can tell me is that, well, we understand what you're saying, but you're not on here. We're going to have to have you go to a notary and have the notary give you a documentation saying you are who you are. You guys tripping. I'm not doing all of that, right? So however you guys set up this initial contract was wrong on their end. Nothing that I did on my end. It was something that they did on their end, right? So this is a difference between the highlighting of business credit versus personal credit, right? And the importance of utilizing no PG, which is considered no personal guarantee. Okay, so that's what PG means. PG means no personal guarantee. Cool? Everybody got that? Good? Everybody got that? Okay, cool. So the next thing that I wanted to go over with you guys is establishing a fundable business. A lot of you guys have businesses, yes, but is your business fundable? Okay, so how do you establish a fundable business? And a lot of you guys ask me this question all the time. Should I do a LLC or should I do a corporation, right? An S Corp or a C Corp? Now, keep in mind that when it comes to LLC versus S Corp versus C Corp, you want to make sure that you're an S Corp or C Corp when the appropriate time is right. Meaning that if your business is not making money, your best bet is an LLC, okay? Because if you do an S Corp or a C Corp, that's actually hurting you versus helping you. So some of you guys jump in right away to become an S Corp or a C Corp, not realizing that this is actually hurting you, because a S Corp is what you consider a flow through company, meaning that if, let's say, a business is making money, all the income, the extra money from that account flows through to you on the personal side, right? So you don't want to take that type of hit on your personal, excuse me. You don't want to take that type of hit on your personal if your business is not making any money. So an LLC, most of the times, I'm not saying all the time, okay? An LLC most of the times are the best route to go until the business starts making money. Okay. So on a fundable side, one of the most important things on the fundability of a business, guys, is making sure that your NIAC code and your SIC code is set up properly. Okay. A lot of you guys are in specific fields that's considered high risk industry, right? We know credit repair is considered high risk. We know trucking is considered high risk. Okay. We know anything with the word wealth inside of it is considered high risk. Anything with financial in the word is considered high risk. So you have to keep your business out of being high risk. Another way that you can identify if your business type is a high risk industry, what you want to do is think about this. If you're in an industry where somebody can possibly come back and sue you for your sue you as a business, and I mean that's any business, right? Because nobody's separate from getting sued, right? It's any business, but it's considered the ones that's more high risk type of business, right? I do business credit, I do business coaching. I'm not in a position where my business hurts people, right? I educate people, I sell ebooks. What are you suing me for, right? Think about things like that. Versus somebody who have a daycare or somebody who sell cakes, right? Where the daycare, a child falls, okay? Now the parent comes and say, boom, I want to sue you because my child broke an arm, right? It's considered high risk, okay? You're in the cake field. I order a cake from you for my wedding. I get sick because I blame it on your cake, right? Now it could have been a whole bunch of different reasons why I might have gotten sick, but I blame it on the cake. And I say, hey, the whole wedding party got sick because we ate this cake. I'm coming back and I'm suing you because your ingredients or something that was in the cake did not work for me. So this is how you always think of high risk industries. The easiest form of ways for somebody to come back and want to sue you, right? This is why real estate is considered high risk. Real estate, you never want to put real estate more than one, maybe two real estates in one LLC, right? Especially if you're going through the LLC routes. You never want to put more than one or maybe two LLCs in, properties in an LLC, because you got property A, property B, right? Property C and property D. You put property A and B under one LLC. Let's say Gary comes on the property and he trips, he falls, he busts his eye, the ambulance come, the cops come, whatever. And Gary says now, because your property wasn't maintained properly, where Gary fell, he had to have all this surgery, and Gary, oh, I'm out of work, on my neck, my back, and Gary sues you, right? Because you have more than one more than one properties inside of that LLC, that second LLC is at jeopardy, right? Let's say you have 2 or 3 LLCs inside of one LLC. All 3 of those properties are at jeopardy because Gary can now, if you have a good lawyer, right? Gary now can have a great a great lawyer that can say, hey, Gary, you fell at 1235 Broadway Street, but they got all these properties over here. Let's go after them for $10 million, right? Because Gary might have been going for $10,000, right? But Gary went and got himself a good attorney that now says, let's go for $10 million. Now, Gary may not get the full $10 million, but Gary may get somebody said scam. Yes, that is true, right? But it's America. Yeah, we live in America. Okay, we live in America. Right? But yes, that is the case because attorneys always want to maximize what they can get from someone, because obviously attorney fees, attorneys they pay for these things for themselves as well too. And most of the time some of these attorneys will even take on cases pro bono, right? They will take on cases just to say, hey, we see that we got access to this LLC now. We see that they have $50 million worth of properties inside of here. Let's hit them hard. And that might not have been the case for Gary, but Gary got a good attorney that's in his ear, right? Going back to my own story, we are in a world where people, listen to me, y'all. We're in a world where people don't want to work, or not even work. A country where the United States is one of them states where if people can sit back and not work and just get money, they will do that. Okay. Thank you, Tanya. Yes, y'all hear that on that end? I love TikTok. So yes. So just going back to what I was talking about. So initially I had a construction company, probably about 10 years ago, right? Construction company did very well. We did fire safety for the company as well too. But I usually try to go about it where I hire people that really need help. So I used to go to a lot of those back to work programs and get the people who really needed help, because sometimes it's hard to find regular people who want to work because they want a whole lot more money. And as a new business, sometimes we just can't sustain that type of loss, right? So I can get somebody from an organization that is, I'm just going to say $15 an hour, right? Versus another person that wants $25, $30 an hour. I'm going to go with the organization. So I used to hire a lot of those people, back to work programs. We used to go into like Brooklyn Job Corps and get Brooklyn Job Corps students to kind of give them that work experience. We went to like, it's not halfway houses. I forgot the proper name for it. But this particular guy also had a construction company. He had a construction company too, but he was hiring a lot of like felons, right? No big deal. As long as you're willing to do the work and as long as you don't have like no crazy criminal background, absolutely. But we got unlucky. We had one guy who, this was a pattern for him. He was getting jobs from companies and purposely falling on the job and then suing the company, right? So I just happened to fall in that unfortunate situation despite just trying to help people, right? Despite just trying to help people, because sometimes you just can't help everybody. But at the same time, you don't stop being who you are because of one or two situations, right? We do not allow one or two bad apples to spoil the bunch for everybody else. Because out of that organizations, we had a lot of people that was not a problem. But we end up getting this one person. So what it was is that the guy showed up on the job site. Mind you, nobody asked him to show up on the job site. So he might have heard about the job from somebody else in the program. But the downfall was that we were not the prime on that property. We were the subs on that company. If you guys are not familiar with prime are the main people, subcontractors are under them, right? Prime contractors may be making $10 million. We're making $1 million, right? So they get the bulk of the money. So he was on the job 7 days, y'all. Didn't even know this man was on the job because we didn't hire him, right? There was no communication about him being on the job site. And then out of the blue, he falls on the job site. So the company calls us, this is a prime. The prime reaches out to us and the prime says, hey, we have a guy here. I don't remember what the guy name was. He fell on the job. He said he worked for you guys. We're like, huh? He didn't work for us. He didn't work for us. Like, we're trying to figure that out. He didn't work for us. We don't know who this is. But it turns out that he came from the organization, and which was the organization that we were working with, right? So we were held accountable or liable for him. Anyways, had to go to court, got to get lawyers. And when our lawyers dived deeper into the situation, they saw that this was somebody who was always suing companies, y'all. He was always suing companies. So he would fall, and then he had a track record. So he had fell, it was literally like an inch, y'all. He fell an inch. And then he was like on my back, my neck, my everything, right? But so my lawyers were so on it that they pulled up his medical records, right? When they pulled up his medical records, they saw that it was a pattern. Like, these are injuries that he had before. So anyways, the judge didn't find us liable. They basically told the prime, well, hey, you guys should have been paying attention, blah, 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 blah. So they end up holding the prime contractors responsible, but I don't remember them having to pay anything out, if I'm not mistaken. But it's just a pattern, y'all. It's unfortunate that we try to help people in the time of need, but then people take advantage of our kindness for weakness, right? But it was nothing but God, y'all. It was nothing but God that why we were not held accountable, because for one, we did not put him on there. We had no paperwork on him. But he was, because he said he came from the organization and the organization said they work with us. That's what happened. Okay. But anyways, this is the importance of making sure we're separating our personal from our business, right? Because our personal from our business, had that business had went down because of that, the business ended up didn't work out because of bad partnership. But had that business had went down because of somebody negligence on trying to take advantage of companies, we could have suffered in that case, but we did not. Only by the grace of God. Okay. Only by the grace of God. Now, back to what I was saying, right? Establishing a fundable business. So when it comes to establishing a fundable business with the NIAC code and the SIC code, we want to make sure that we are utilizing the right business, not just the business structure, but the right business codes. So if you feel that your business can be deemed as high risk, do not utilize those codings, okay? Like retail, we know retail deal with a lot of theft. So do not utilize codes like that. Utilize codes like management consultant when it comes to your business bank account, because a lot of the times you guys don't realize that you put your business bank account at jeopardy because you're utilizing things like a high risk NIAC code and SIC code. Okay. Come back now. Another thing, and sorry about that, YouTube, my bad. I completely brought them out. So another thing, y'all, especially when it comes to purchasing under your business with properties. Now, properties are a whole different ball game, y'all. A whole different ball game. And it has nothing to do with just the basic stuff that we talk about. You have to make sure that you have an A1 business profile. But because you guys are not doing personal guarantee, your profile has to be good. And this is one of the things that they pay attention to when it comes to the property side of it, or the no PG side of the property, meaning, again, no personal guarantee, not attaching your social. They watch your business in depth. However, if you guys have been following me, you guys should have A1 business profiles, right? Because we know we got to make those changes. We know we have to make sure that we edit things on our business. We got to contact the Secretary of State. We got to contact the IRS to make those changes on our business, right? We know this. So you guys should be building a great business profile anyways. But in the event that you guys are not building a great business credit profile, you just have to go back and make those changes. Okay. Now, we want to make sure that we're building a strong PAYDEX score, a strong experience score, a strong Equifax score. And if you guys are not familiar with SBFE, you want to make sure that as well looks good. Okay. Because you will have some lenders that's based in straight off of your business credit, business history, right? So if you have like a lot of negative things on your business credit, obviously be the ones that's going to be giving you the funding that you need, because they're saying that you're not taking care of what you already have on your own. And a property is something big. We can utilize obviously hard money lenders, right? But hard money lenders are a little bit different. You do have a lot of hard money lenders who will lend to just businesses off of the strength of the business, but their payment or their return that they want back from you guys is super high. I personally do not use hard money lender. Now, here's the game. I am a hard money lender, right? Because I understand the game and I understand how it works, right? But I also try not to be ridiculous with it, right? Like we'll have hard money lenders that will charge you 22%, 25%, so on and so forth. I'm not doing all of that, right? I'm gonna charge you a little 15, a little 18, right? But I'm not charging you like some people even just want, like they want half. So if I give you, let's just say $100,000. If I give you $100,000, I want $50,000 back. These people are, and they're exactly what they're called, hard money lenders, y'all. They are brutal when it comes to lending to people because they know that you're in a position where you need the money. But if you set yourself up for business credit, you can also liquidate your business credit, turn it into cash, and become your own lender, right? So for whatever payment you got to pay, then you can utilize a lot of like rehab type of things, right? You can utilize grants for rehabs. Like grants is a big one. So I have two teams that I'm working with right now that are doing two different things. I have the nonprofit and I have the for-profit. But because we're getting into real estate, I have both of those grants teams currently are getting us grants on both ends for the nonprofit and the for-profit. Because a lot of people don't realize that the for-profit could actually assist the nonprofit, right? And the nonprofit could also assist the for-profit. You just have to understand how to legally do this. We're not talking about doing anything illegal. You have to legally know how to do this. And for those of you guys who are not familiar, nonprofits get way more funding than the average business, right? Like the average LLC, the average S Corp, C Corp, right? Nonprofits, if set up properly, will get you $100 million fast, okay? Especially if the nonprofit makes sense, okay? So my particular nonprofit is another chance for small businesses. The reason I did that particular nonprofit is because during the pandemic, because I've had this nonprofit for about 3 years, but I was also building different businesses. So I still kept the nonprofit in compliance, but it's now something that we're working towards, right? But during the pandemic, we saw a lot of businesses fail during the pandemic. So the goal here was to be able to help those businesses so they can not be, falling behind. So this is why, and then even help the ones that's like restarting a business, right? So eventually we're going to be doing grants. We're going to be offering grants where you can win grants. So we'll give you, like, I think we have $2,500, $5,000, and $7,500 worth of grants, right? Where you are able to win grants from us for your business, right? However, you have to make sure that your business is set up properly. We're not just going to go hand you money and say, hey, we like your business name. Let's give you some money. No. So everything that I've been teaching you guys for the last 3.5 years is all the things that you guys have to have in place. And I hope that I am able to, give the grants to my community. Now, I'm not going to be biased, y'all. I'm going to tell y'all straight up, I'm not going to be biased. If y'all business is not ready for it, and we have a lot more people who are applying and their business is ready for it, we're going to go with the people who business is ready. So make sure that your business is set up properly. Okay. You got to get up to, you got to build your tier 1s. You got to build your tier 2s. You got to build your tier 3s. You got to build your tier 4s, right? Because when we start getting into tier 2s and 3s and 4s, we can start to liquidate the money that's coming in through the business and turn it into cash to utilize the money for, if it's a down payment or if it's because all of our tier 2 vendors are what we say are retail vendors, right? So guess what? I use all of my retail vendors for any of my properties. I have Lowe's, washing machine and dryers, y'all, right? Sam's Club, right? For those of y'all who don't know, Sam's Club is also partnered with Walmart. So if you have your Sam's Club card, you can also use it at Walmart. Walmart, you get everything. You get your bedding, your coffee machine. I mean, tell me one thing that you cannot get from Walmart, right? Then Sam's Club, if it comes down to it, I don't really use Sam's Club for my property. Sam's Club is more like, to me, is more like food, like buying it in bulks, right? So you can utilize your Sam's Club card at Walmart, furnishing your property within 48 to 72 hours, y'all. We're not looking to furnish a property past 72 hours, right? Depending on the route that you go. If you buy a property that needs to be rehabbed, or you buy a property that's already fixed up and you just need to get it furnished, you got to furnish within 48 to 72 hours. We want to make sure we're utilizing things like Amazon Pay by Invoice as well, okay? Amazon Pay by Invoice is a huge help when it comes to furnishing these property. We can also do theme type of Airbnbs, right? We can also do that. We can do theme type of Airbnbs, right? And with theme type of Airbnbs, you put these different colors inside of the Airbnb um, to make it pop more, right? So that's one of the things that we're doing right now. What you consider a content house, okay? For those of you guys who are not familiar what content houses are, you want to get familiar, because with content houses, especially if you have a pool, you could be making money off of that property 5 different ways legally, right? So you have your content studio. Let's say you have let's go with a 4-bedroom. Each one of the room is set up as a content studio. Okay, now you can rent out each one of them individually. Okay, individually. Then what you can do is, if you have a pool, you can now be renting out the pool at the same time while they're doing a photo shoot, right? That's 2 sets of incomes. So you're making 4 sets of income off of the content studio already. Then you're making money off of the pool, where you can get at least 2 guests per day, y'all. Some of these people are making, I was looking at some of these people numbers, y'all, and some of these people are making $250,000 a year off of their pool. This has nothing to do with people coming into your house and you renting the traveling nurses and doctors, blah, blah, blah. No, they were making this money off of their pool. Because think of the numbers, right? If you're renting your pool 7 days a week, you can get at least 2 guests, because some people want to come in the morning time, some people want to come in the evening time. So you have a block. You have a block where people are coming from 9 to 2, and then you have the people coming from, I'll say, like 4 to closing, right? Because you also want to make sure that you are cleaning the pool, right? You want to be clean. You want to make sure that you're clean, because I'm big on cleanliness. I'm not just having one person hop from one place to the next. So my pool guy is always on standby. Okay. And I love the fact that he actually lives close by. So I try to get all my properties in the same exact area. If I run into an issue at nighttime, I send him an email. Like just now, I just had an issue with one of the pools. It was saying service or something like that. And it was like 9 o'clock at night. And I texted him and he responded. He was like, double tap on mode, and then it will reset. Thank you. I mean, honestly, I wasn't expecting him to respond, right? But what I do with my pool guy is I make sure that he's paid on time. We got to make sure we pay these bills. It was even to the point where I told him, I said, hey, can you send me the second invoice for August right away so I can pay that right away, right? Just making sure that we stay on top of these things, because in order for us to be able to leverage what we have to be able to keep people in good compliance as well, right? You got to be in good compliance when it comes to making sure that your people are paid. All right. So business credit is a big one, especially when it comes to making sure that your profile is ready to be able to go after certain lenders. But there's so many different ways, right? Because there's even some lenders that would do no PG as well. They would do. So what they do is they do a soft pull. So we know the difference between a soft pull and a hard pull. Where the hard pull affects your credit, the soft pull doesn't. It's just kind of like a peek into your credit to make sure that you have a decent credit score, right? But we don't use credit. But the average on the average credit score will be about 680 to do a peek in. But that still goes under your LLC, right? Still goes under your LLC. The only difference here is your personal guarantee. So which is what we want to stay away from. However, I'm the person, like, especially when I'm teaching in my main classes, I'm going to give y'all all the options. However y'all decided to do what y'all want to do is completely up to y'all, right? So with the Xtreme University coming up tomorrow, I'm going to give you guys all options for this, okay? From the grants to the house, if you want to do soft pull, which again, that can affect you. But some people just don't care. They just prefer to do it like that. Not a problem, right? Because a lot of people shy away from doing work on their business, meaning that you got to fix the profile. You got to make sure everything is set up properly, okay? And then most importantly, y'all, finding the right lenders. Because not everybody's going to do this. It's just like the dealership, right? It's just like the dealership. We run the dealership play all the time. We run the play all the time. However, do we run into dealerships that's like, no, you can't put a vehicle under your business? Of course. Of course. It's the same exact concept. Okay? And and then applying for your mortgage. So we can do cash buy type properties, which what we're getting into is like buying deeds and tax liens, because with those, if somebody defaults on their mortgage, if you're looking at like a $750,000 property, even like a $200,000 property, but you're in a position where the property owner defaults for a couple of payments, you pay the money for the deed. You just watch the property to kind of see if they're going to actually give you the property. And if you win the property, now you got a property that you could have paid $750,000 for, but you only paid couple of dollars, right? You might only have to pay $5,000. But with those type of properties, you have to make sure that you're in a position, right? A position to win, because that's what we consider cash on hand. Okay, cash on hand. All right, cash on hand. All right. Let me see what else I want to give to y'all today. Obviously, we have to avoid our own pitfalls and the downfall of certain things, right? Because every property is going to have its ups and its downs. This is why we have to make sure we're making money off of these properties right away. Now, some properties we can't control, like the deeds and stuff. We got to wait for all that to do its thing in order for us to even get those property. The tax liens as well too, is like certain requirements that comes with that. We want to actually do it in certain states, because doing it in certain states makes the process a little bit easier for us. Okay, sounds good. Instagram, y'all good. TikTok, y'all good. YouTube, y'all good. Y'all know I always have to make sure I'm giving y'all nothing but gems. Okay, nothing but gems. I hope that this was helpful for y'all. If this was helpful for y'all, drop a 1 in the comments. TikTok, drop me a 1. YouTube, drop me a 1. No, YouTube is here. YouTube, drop me a 1. Instagram, drop me a 1. You're welcome. You are welcome. Now I'm gonna take questions. Okay, I'm gonna take questions from y'all. So if y'all drop questions before, I'm gonna need y'all just to redrop them again, okay? Because I'm on 3 separate platforms now, and I don't want to have to scroll up to be able to find these questions for y'all, okay? Instagram, y'all really learning. She said always good, amazing. TikTok, I love it. YouTube, let me see what's happening here. All right, we got a couple of ones for YouTube, but Instagram, y'all always seem to get the T. Instagram and TikTok. All right, y'all, let's go. Let's go. All right, let's see. Someone said, I have a Delaware company, but I don't want to pay $200 for the change of address. So can I use its EIN to buy a Wyoming corporation without needing a registered agent? Great question. Okay, great question. Unfortunately, Wyoming is one of those states where you have to have a registered agent, right? Now, all states is required. Some states we can get away with it, right? Because a lot of you guys here right now are probably your own registered agent. I used to be my own registered agent until I understood business. Okay? Until I understood business. But no, Wyoming is one of those states, because Wyoming is so much smaller. You have to have a registered agent, but all states is requiring for you guys to have that. But even having a registered agent, that has nothing to do with your change of address, right? Because remember, a registered agent is set in place in the event that the government cannot find you. They're going to serve your registered agent. So one thing has nothing to do with the other. Okay. Can I change my NIAC code? Yes, you can. It just depends on where it is. So where exactly are you trying to change your code? Now, certain places, if you already have the code in there, like the banks, you just have to call them and let them know that your line of business has changed. So we have to understand wording, y'all. We have to understand wording and how this works in order for us to be able to change the code in certain places. If you're talking about like Dun & Bradstreet, NAB, Experian, Equifax, absolutely. You can change the code with them, no problem, right? But if we're talking about the banks, we have to understand the wording of the banks, okay? You have to understand the wording of the banks. Okay. What is your favorite state to register a business? So Wyoming, yeah. Why? I mean, it's the actual states that people talk about: Wyoming, Delaware, Nevada, right? I just happen to be in Nevada, y'all. I just happen to be in Nevada. So it benefits me being in Nevada to take advantage of the tax codes. However, we have to keep in mind that Nevada yearly registration is $650 versus Wyoming, that's $25, right? But if you live in a state like Delaware, Wyoming, or Nevada, register your business in those states because it helps you better. Meaning that, excuse me, y'all. Meaning that, for example, I became minority certified, but I was not able to become minority certified in Wyoming because I didn't live in Wyoming, and it didn't benefit me to become minority certified in Wyoming. Okay? It didn't benefit me. So we ended up closing down the Wyoming company and opening the one here in Nevada. Can I start a nonprofit for low income housing and start with EIN and start with using my own? Using your own what? Can I start a nonprofit for low income housing and start with using my own? Using your own what? But can you start a Absolutely. Those are the best type of nonprofits to start, y'all. Start nonprofits that says what it is. So your nonprofit needs to be, let me see, who is that? I'm just giving you an example, but Chef Spice Low Income Housing Nonprofit, right? Your nonprofit has to be specific. Hence why mine says another chance for small businesses. It explains verbatim what the business will be doing. It's giving people another chance for small businesses. Okay? Excuse me. Okay, my question, if you have a business that's structured as an LLC and you have 6 other businesses, can they go under that business, or do you have to it own, do you, let me decode that, or do you have, have its own EIN number for each business? So you're talking about DBA, which is doing business as. I personally don't like DBAs. Okay, everybody can do their own thing. I personally don't like DBAs, and the reason I don't like DBAs is because if something happens to their main business, it affects the DBAs, right? All of my businesses, and I have probably about 9 of them right there, and I wish I can show you guys, but there's so many of you guys on here. It's I have about 9 or 10 businesses, right? And it all has its own business name, business EIN, business bank account, DUNS number, UEI number. Everything is separated because God forbid something happens to one business, it does not affect all my businesses. Okay. Do you help start a nonprofit organization? I mean, I do, y'all, but that's just a lot of work. But I can put you in touch with somebody who can help you for sure. All businesses should have its own LLC and EIN, correct? Absolutely correct. All right, let's jump over here for a little bit, and then we're gonna go over here to y'all on YouTube. Let's see what you guys are saying here. Can we get a likes up? Oh, thank you. You're trying to get the likes up for the gems, Tanya. I appreciate you so much. All right, let's see. If it's a must to have a DUNS number to get business credit, yes, that is correct. Because the DUNS number is a bureau, right? If you don't have one, where they're reporting to. However, sometimes your DUNS number can be generated without you actually applying for it, right? Especially if your business name, your business address, and everything matches up with the profile. So a lot of you guys tell me all the time, well, I don't have business credit. I never had anything that I applied for that was business credit. But a lot of you guys don't realize that when it comes to business credit, nobody, right? Nobody needs your permission to report. Okay. Nobody needs your information to report it. As long as they have access to your business name and your business phone number, they're going to report. All right. Uh, what code should I use for daycare? So it's still management consultant, right? So think about daycares. Daycare, you have to manage the kids. You got to manage payroll. You got to manage the cleaning company. Still the same coding. So you don't put yourself in a high risk industry. Ooh. So UEI number. All right. Let's see y'all over here. Okay, let's see. Oops. 1 second here, TikTok, because they are trying to cut y'all off as usual. Okay, let's see. Let me start from the bottom, y'all. I feel stuck. I canceled my virtual mailbox UPS address, but it is the original address of the Delaware Corp. I really don't want to put another $200 cost to the business. I have zero business credit. Help. Um, you're going to have to explain that a little bit more for me, right? Because you guys should never be stuck. Like you should never be in a position to be stuck. That should never be the thing. Oh, I think I figured this out now. YouTube. I think because my camera might just been. Let's see. Oh, that didn't help. Whatever. That didn't help. But you gotta help me understand this a little bit more so I can help you. Okay, let's see. Are there any gas cards we can use anywhere? Yeah, there's a couple of them, right? So a lot of people don't realize that A to B is one of them cards that it literally works almost everywhere, right? Anything that has a MasterCard logo on it, such as like BP, can be used everywhere because it's actually a card. It's not just a BP gas card; it's a MasterCard. A to B. One of the good things that I like about A to B is that with A to B, um, you can actually use A to B at like tire shops, mechanic shops. So you think it's just a gas card, but it's not. You can utilize it. Anything that has to do with your gas or cars, you can utilize it at any of those shops. How did I know that? Because I tested it. Right, I had one of my cars go to a mechanic, and I think it was about 12,700. It came up to, and I had my A to B card, and I told the guy, I was like, "Hey, can you just run this card? I just got this card. I just want to make sure that it's good to go." He ran the card and it went through, right? And then I also ran a discount tire, right? So I had some wheel change that I had to do, and I ran the card through discount tire. It went through. Yeah, I was amazed too, as well, right? Because it's so much more that you can actually do with this card versus, you know, it's a lot you can do with that card. Okay, let's see. Yeah, the MasterCard. Duns is giving me a hard time changing my address. My old address is on Google. My old address is on Google. Well, that's all that I need to know. That's why they're not changing it. Your old address is still on Google. You have to update the information with Google first. Also with your Secretary of State and your IRS. But I no longer pay for the corporate address. They state they called, look for verification for information, but they did not. Of course, they did not. But you said the golden thing right there. You said my address is still on Google. The old address is still on Google. You have to update the new address first. Then you have to make sure you update the information with the Secretary of State and IRS, because you can also submit those documentations as proof, right? But you can also go to the bottom left-hand side of Dun and Bradstreet and utilize the part that says update information at the bottom, information up, and update your address yourself. Let's see. Y'all love to call me Patricia. Y'all know my name is Patrice, right? My mother is Patricia. But I'm so used to people calling me Patricia now that I just be like, okay, sure. um, what I am saying is I don't want to pay $200 amendment for the address change. I just want to put another address for free. Well, if that's what you're saying, what you want me to tell you, right? So her response was that what I'm saying is that I don't want to pay $200 amendment for the address change. I just want to put another address free. You cannot do that. The legal documentation is what matters. The EIN and the Secretary of State documentation. It matters. Okay, it matters. Those are the only two documentation that matters, right? So you may not have to pay for the address, but you have to pay for the amendment. And I don't think an amendment is that expensive. What state is this in? I'll look it up for you. Look, my mother over here talking about so nice. I'm so used to people calling me Patricia, y'all. I'm so used to it. Gotta update them address at the, you have to, it's very important. So you can't run away from updating your Secretary of State and IRS documentation. You can't do that. Can you give us one dealership to get a car? Any dealership, pick a dealership, right? Again, it's also the educational side of it. I have multiple vehicles under my business. Did I have a hard time with some of the dealerships? I won't say it was a hard time, but in you guys' case, I would say yes, because it's also us still educating these people, right? For those of you guys who've been a part of my company for a very long time, you guys know my students. We have tons of proven results. But I'm also that coach where I'm not going to validate my worth because somebody has something negative to say or something, or that can't be done, or no, that's a scam. I'm not that person, right? I'll let you think what you want, right? We let our proven results speak for itself, because what I've learned in this industry is that we have so much results that if people are still saying, oh, that's not possible, or that can't be done, oh no, you still need the personal guarantee, oh no, that might be a scam, oh, she look, it is what it is. Okay, we have so much proven results. I'm not gonna be the one that's gonna go back and forth with you and be like, no, oh my gosh, I don't scam people. That is just not me. No, you can get a vehicle under your business. No, you can buy the house without an LLC. Miss me, okay? I am not gonna be that one. Okay. I see a lot of people do that. Like they entertain people that's going to be on your lives for the whole duration of your program, right? You sat here for how long we been on here, y'all? Let me check here. An hour. You sat here on the live for an hour to troll people. To do what? For me to be like, oh my gosh, no. Yes, you can do. Y'all got the wrong one. Okay. Our results speak for itself, right? And y'all have to understand this as business owners and business coaches. If y'all have people that's that invested into your life where they can stay on your life for an hour, 2 hours just to troll you, you're doing something right. It's not that you're doing anything wrong. You're doing something right. Okay. But I am an educator first, and I'm going to continue educating you guys to get you guys to the level that you guys need to get to. You will have one or two people that's in the mix that has their own opinion. That's fine. I am never the one to change people's opinion. Your opinion is your opinion. You believe what you want to believe, right? But I'm not the one that's going to be on here with you to be like, no, please don't say that. Come on now. We in 2024, okay? We in 2024. All of y'all, let me see. We got TikTok here, we got YouTube here, we got Instagram here. Learn to learn to control y'all emotions. Learn to control y'all emotions. Because at the end of the day, life is going to be life. People going to have their opinions, and that's totally fine. People are entitled to their opinion. But learn to control y'all emotions. Okay, it is what it is. All right, let's keep going. TikTok, let's see what y'all talking about. Let's see. Let me go back up for y'all a little bit. Let's see. Not TikTok. This is YouTube. Sorry, y'all. Sorry, YouTube. I got like 3 devices going here, y'all. She said in Delaware it is. Okay, let's see. I'm doing a lot of research on business credit. I watch a lot of business suites, but I like your videos because you give real knowledge. Please drop more business credit videos. Okay, no problem. because I cannot afford the course. No worries. I do a lot of free stuff too, y'all. I got you. Do you discharge debt on debt? Yeah, I know I said that. I'm Caribbean, okay? She's saying debt like DEBT. I'm saying debt the other way because that's what it sounds like. My accent, my bad, y'all. Do you discharge debt on the car? I hear people getting cars. I can't see the rest of it. That is like a heart in the middle of it. How do I remove that? Can I scroll up? Can I scroll down? Let's see. People, and oh, wait. Sorry, I can't see. There's a heart in the middle of that. Uh, oh, okay. And then I can't see. Sorry, I'm sorry. Can you redrop the question so that I can go up? There's like this heart on this side, and I can't see what's happening here. Sorry, my bad. It's blocking me. Let's see. Realistically, how long should it take to get a vehicle in EIN from starting a new LLC? So that's a great question, right? And this is a question that I'm always 2000% honest about because I have students on here. So if you guys are a part of my program, how long did it take you guys to get a vehicle under your business? And be honest, right? If it was a year, drop a year. If it was a month, drop a month. If it was 6 months, drop a vehicle 6 months, right? But going back to your question, realistically, as long as the business is set up properly from the inception, like if you go through the whole program and you follow my blueprint, you can get vehicles right away. I've had students that came through my program that when they looked at their main business, it was not set up properly, right? It was not set up properly. And then they had to go start brand new businesses. I have people that had no paydex score, y'all, and they got vehicles under their business. Now, am I saying that this is going to work for everybody to get the results? So to answer your question, it all depends. I have multiple different things happening. I have a student who have a box truck, right? Did I talk about box trucks? I did not, but I taught in depth on a program where at the end of the program, I said there's 3 lease options for trucking. I give you guys 3 lease options for trucking. She took it to another level and followed the information I gave her, and now her and her husband has a box truck, right? I have students who have Sprinter vans. Did I specifically touch on Sprinter vans? Not necessarily, because the blueprint is the same. Regardless of what you guys are doing, the blueprint is the same unless you get to like really high luxury cars. And then with trucking, there's only 3 types of truck and lease, y'all. They followed the blueprint, right? Sprinter vans, same exact concept. I think we talked about it lightly, but I didn't go into details. I go into details on things that matters. The things that matters is making sure the business is set up properly, right? I had another girl who she got what's it called, a slingshot? She got like 3 slingshots. Did I specifically talk on slingshots? No, I talked overall of how you guys can get in just about any vehicle, right? So I had another student who reached out to me, and what type of car were they trying to get? No, it was a vehicle. Dang it. It might have been a boat. I think it was a boat. And she was like, hey, can you get a boat with your blueprint? And my response was, you get the boat and you tell me. You get the boat and then you tell me. So I hope I was able to answer your question. Because a lot of people ask me that. People say, realistically, how long does it take to get a vehicle? I can go tomorrow and get a vehicle because I know my business is set up properly. Am I going to have pushback? Absolutely. Why? Because I'm dealing with new dealership people that have no idea about this process. Miss Jackson, she talked to you guys about her process. She now has 14 vehicles under her business. Miss Jackson did one simple thing with the guy from the dealership. When she first went in for that first vehicle, it was a Jeep. I think it was the red one. The guy told her no. He said, you don't qualify for the vehicle under your business. Absolutely not. You were denied, right? This is what he told her. Miss Jackson followed the play. Miss Jackson went home. Yo, every time I tell this story, it's like, Because it's like, so how these people be so stupid? No. No, but it's just a prime example of what we deal with the dealership, right? Miss Jackson went home, sat on her couch, ate her lunch. About 2 hours later, Miss Jackson called the same dealership back now and said, hey, I just left your dealership. I think it was like maybe 2 or 3 hours. She was like, I just left your dealership about 2 hours ago, and you told me that I got declined for a Jeep, but I'm sitting at another dealership. Mind you, she's at home on her couch. She was like, I'm sitting at this other dealership, and the dealership said I got approved for 2 vehicles, but I don't want the vehicle with them. I want the vehicle from you because you have the color that I need. But they just approved me, right? What did the guy say? He said, oh, please come. He said, all right, Miss Jackson, come back down to the dealership. Let's look at you. Let's look at it again. Why she got approved? Because they never ran her application the first time. She got approved for 1, then she got approved for 2, then she got approved for 3, then she got approved for 4, she got approved for 5, she got approved for 6. I think with the same salesman, and I don't know if Miss Jackson is on here. With the same salesman, I think she has 6 vehicles under her business from one guy telling her no. He told her no. He said she couldn't get the vehicle because her business wasn't set up properly. That's what he told her. He said her business wasn't set up properly, so she couldn't get the vehicle. She went home and sat on her couch and ate lunch. And then she called him back and said, hey, they told me I'm approved. He called her back in and he actually ran the applications. So are y'all going to face this stuff? Yes, absolutely. We still face it till this day. I had somebody tell me that my business credit profile wasn't ready. Do you know who I am? Right? Then I said, my business profile. I said, I got a whole lot of trade lines. And I told him the trade lines at the time. Then he was like, oh, no, they're saying that, you don't have any auto history. Mind y'all, I already have 9 vehicles under my business. 9 luxury vehicles under my business, to be exact. Okay. I said, oh, really? I said, because I have 9 vehicles under my business. Then he says, well, you know what? I think it's because you have too many vehicles. So in one conversation, I got 3 different responses as to why I couldn't get this vehicle. 3 different responses, y'all, in one conversation. And the application was never ran. Never. Nobody wants to be seen as a person who says, no, you don't know what you're talking about. Your business can't get it without a personal guarantee. To now being that person to have to now come back and say, you know what, Patrice? We actually did run your application and you do qualify. Nobody wants to be that person. So they prefer to tell you no and give you all these BS reasons as to why you can't get it. It's part of the journey, y'all. You have to accept the journey. But we have defied the odds. Miss Jackson alone has 14. Monet has 11. I have Lala, y'all know Lala's story now. She had 7 under her business. We had the guy who had a brand new LLC 45 days in. He got 3 vehicles under his business. We had the other young lady, brand new businesses, no paydex score, and had 2 vehicles under her business. I have a girl, I don't really talk about her a lot because she preferred to be private. But y'all, she's bigger than Miss Jackson. But I respect her privacy, meaning that she has more than 14 vehicles under her business. I'm following my program. I have people that come to me all the time, y'all, that have big names, but I don't be on here like, yeah, I helped Tony Rock do some stuff. No, it's never been my style and it never will be. I let my results speak for itself. I am not the person to sit here and convince y'all that I'm the person that you should go with. Don't go with me. Absolutely not. They always say your vibe will attract your tribe. And the people that get my vibe will be my tribe. Okay. I am not for everybody. I'm not for everybody. Not all money is good money. Trust me when I say that. Okay. Let's see. Oh, KB, are you still here? Are you still? Because I'm finna put him on blast, y'all. KB, you still here? I saw him pop in. Dang it! I hope he's still on here because KB, I'm live on TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram. YouTube, I got a lot of people over here, KB. TikTok, we good over here too. Let me see. Is he still here? Dang it. He's still here, y'all. Ha! All right, y'all. So, all right, special announcement for y'all. Public service announcement. Okay, y'all know when I open my mouth, y'all finna run over there, okay? So, TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram. I want to introduce y'all to a whole new player in this space, okay? He goes by KB the trainer. No. Y'all, so y'all know, I tell y'all all the time, we only operate off of business credit. However, it is important for us to have good personal credit. And for months, y'all have been asking me to recommend y'all to somebody who can help y'all fix y'all personal credit. And I've been waiting on KB because he had to make sure because it's one thing to send people his way. Another is just to make sure that, people will set up, because y'all know as soon as I say go, y'all go. And I love that about y'all. Okay. So making sure that y'all still have good personal credit, regardless of just operating on the business. So I'm going to give him his flowers first and foremost. Here's your flowers, KB. Second of all, y'all, if y'all are looking for anything in the credit space, to be able to fix your credit, get, he does PG business funding. That's his thing. But on the credit repair side, y'all, I recommend that everybody still have good personal credit. We don't use it, but you should still have it. So KB is the person that y'all want to go to for anything personal credit. So KB, drop some stuff. Like, is it collections? Is it charge off? Well, that is collections. Is it late payments? What's happening here? So if y'all go to Instagram, his Instagram is KB the Trainer. So that's KB the THE Trainer, TRAINER. Okay, KB the Trainer. I just have to give him a quick shout out and give him his flowers, y'all, because he's a beast with it. So again, never recommend people. So y'all know when I do recommend somebody, y'all know they got to be legit. All right. Now, don't come back to me and be like, Coach, you recommended KB. No. Stay over there. Okay. Y'all know I do not touch personal credit. I don't like it. Stay over there. Okay. Stay over there. All right. Let's see. What's a dealership play or some good businesses to start? I don't have an LLC yet. Any type of business to start, just make sure you don't put yourself in a high risk category. Okay. Yeah, if you guys are liking this information, be sure to hit follow. TikTok, hit follow. YouTube, hit follow. Instagram, make sure y'all hit that follow button, that like and follow button, right? Because the more I'm able to show up and give you guys information, let's get this work. All right, let's see. Okay, do you discharge debt on the car? I hear people getting cars and then discharging the debt. Yes, of course. So if you have the proper tax team, they should know how to handle your cars, right? Anything over 6,000 pounds is a full tax write-off. However, if you have a team like mine, which is an EA team, which is certified through the IRS, they get to the bag. Okay. My Google business address and number is still pending. I redid it twice. It's still pending and says 3-day pending to be reviewed. Now it says 30 days. Yeah, they flagged you. So I did a live. Let's see, did KB drop that information? You gonna drop it now? Yeah, I dropped it already, KB. I did a live on showing you guys how to bypass the video. Even if you got flagged, okay? Even if you got flagged, I showed you guys how to bypass getting flagged, okay? These are also things that I teach in my main programs, y'all. Not everything I can put out because sometimes I have to show you guys live and direct. Okay. So Xtreme University starts tomorrow. I did it live on a class where this girl says she got flagged. Google, they wanted verification, blah, 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 blah. I went straight into her profile and got her verified. Okay. Verified. What did KB say? Your service went out. So I did all this talking, gave you your flowers, everything, and then your service went out, KB. Can you drop all the services that you can provide for people, please, KB? Yeah, all the services that you can provide for people, okay? Okay, let's see. So somebody said, how does people have Toro on autopilot? It's actually very simple. It's something inside of the Toro app that is a feature that you can put it on your car and it unlocks the car for the guest at any point in time. So that's how it's actually really simple. As long as you have the qualifying type of car. So like some of my cars cannot go on autopilot only because the type of car. So like my Maserati cannot go on autopilot. The Mercedes-Benz cannot go on autopilot. All the other ones can, but I just don't do that because my cars are all high-end cars. So I need to meet you face to face. And then you'll also have a lot of people that will rent the car from you for other people, right? So in that way, they want you to, like I just had a situation with a girl, but I'm so used to knowing their patterns that I actually end up stopping people, right? So she had one of my Corvettes booked for a trip. And what happened was I messaged her early, like maybe 3 hours before, and I said, hey, no problem, KB. Just drop for me what type of services you can offer to them. And I told her, I was like, hey, just checking in. This was 3 hours before she was supposed to pick up the car. 2 hours, I checked in. I said, hey, checking in, making sure that you are available. No response. 1 hour before, I said, hey, just checking back in. I see you in about an hour. No response. Now, realistically, you still have to show up, right? I'm literally across the street, so it's no big deal for me. I drive over there really quick, and I said, hey, I'm here. No response, right? Maybe about 12:15, because she had it scheduled for 12 o'clock. 12:15, she finally messaged me back, and she said, hey, leave the car there. I'm running late and I realistically don't know what time I'm going to be there. Now, listen to me. I was born at night. I was not born last night. Okay. So you have a reservation booked for 12 o'clock. You didn't know you were going to run late before then, because people do this time to time because they try to get away with it. And anytime I see females book my car, my Corvette to be exact, it's a bit different. They're renting it for somebody else. Because both of the females that has ever rented my cars was renting it for their boyfriend or their husband or somebody, right? So then she said, hey, leave the key there. Just tell me how to get into the car. I'm running late. I have no idea what time I'm going to be there. Now, again, I was born at night, but I was not born last night. I am not boo-boo the fool, okay? I am not leaving my car there because I already know what's happening. The moment I turn my back, somebody else getting into that car. Yes, I have GPS and everything on the car. Sure. That's not the point, right? I messaged her and I said, hey, I cannot leave the key in the car because I realistically can't. I don't have anything set up where I can just leave the key in the car and just drive and just leave. I don't have anything set up in that way. I can't just leave the key in the car. Then she messaged me back and she said, if I add somebody as an authorized driver, can they pick up the car? Yo, I turned to my daughter and I said, you see what I said? Because why didn't you add this person as an authorized driver before? You knew you couldn't get that car. Then she said, oh, I'm on an airplane. Do I look like Boo Boo the Fool? So you don't know when your plane is landing? You don't know when your plane is landing. Then she's like, oh, can you just, I can have somebody else pick up the car. No, you cannot. This is a luxury car, a Corvette to be exact. Absolutely not. I responded and I said, hey, unfortunately, after 30 minutes, Tora is going to cancel your trip. Now she responding a whole bunch of times now, because now it's like, oh no, this has never happened to me before. So all the time I've been messaging you for the last 3 or 4 hours, you magically have Wi-Fi when it's time for you to pick up the car. Anyways, let's see what KB just said. If you need personal funding, credit repair, or debt consolidation, text help. Y'all listen to that. Let me say that. If you need personal funding, credit repair, and debt consolidation, text help, HELP, to 516-400-4808. Okay, let me repeat that. If you need personal funding, credit repair, or debt consolidation, text help to 516-400-4803. So y'all go ahead and text KB on that number. Text help, or not KB, text help. Text help to 516-400-4803 if you need personal funding, credit repair, and debt consolidation. Okay? How do we get in contact with, this heart is blocking me in this corner here. I can't see that. Oh, there we go. How do we get contact with, so I can connect with you, or with me, or with him? If you need to contact me, you can book a consultation on my website, bossesbuildbusinesscredit.com. You can go on a consultation or book a consultation. But for those of you guys that's on TikTok, for YouTube, and then Instagram, if you guys need help, personal funding help, credit repair, or debt consolidation, you guys can text help to 516-400-4803. Okay? He said, get 50 to 100K in 30 days. Okay? 50 to 100K in 30 days. Okay, cool. Let me see what you got. Can I pin that, KB? Is there a way for me to pin that? Let me see if I can pin that. How do I pin it? Oh, pin comment. Okay, cool. She said, who said 50 to 100K in 30 days? You're not paying attention. All right. So KB the trainer is his Instagram. Okay. If you need personal funding, credit repair, or debt consolidation, text help to 516-400-4803. Okay. And then he said, get $50,000 to $100,000 in 30 days. Can KB help cannabis? KB, are you still there? Can you help cannibalists? Oh, you said Canadians. I could have sworn she said cat. How the heck you pronounce that, y'all? The weed company. I always get tongue tied with that. KB, can you help Canadians? My head somewhere else completely. Yes, pin it. Y'all make sure y'all text help. Okay. Thank you, Tanya. Thank you. Thank you. KB, somebody wants to know if you can help Canadians. Okay. Only US-based businesses right now. Only US business based right now. So you might go get a business in the US. If you're Canadian, you can more than get a business in the US. All right. How many of y'all text KB already? Or y'all waiting to get off this live to text him? Let's see. I am using Opus for business credit address, but I don't pay for it anymore. Is there any ways I can work around this other than changing the address? No, just keep the same address. Look, I do the same thing. My business is in New York City. I don't pay for that. I still need to get my business credit card. Yes, send it to your home. Again, identifying the difference, y'all. Identifying the difference between your billing address and your shipping address. Your billing address should always be the same. Shipping address is something totally different. Somebody said, I text KB. Yes. Okay, perfect. Just got my DUNS number. Thank you, Coach P. You're welcome. Congratulations. Congrats. What's his Instagram name again, please? So it's KB the T. Oh, live restricted for some audience. Your live contains themes that some may find uncomfortable and what? And have been restricted reason. What in the world, TikTok? TikTok, y'all always do this to me. I didn't say nothing for y'all to restrict my live, okay? But it's KB the trainer. KB, like the letter K, the letter B, the THE trainer. TRAINER. KB the trainer. That's his Instagram. Okay, let's see. It's class tomorrow. It's class tomorrow free. And how do I join? It is definitely not free. It is my business credit blueprint. So it's something that I meant to bring back to you guys a long time ago, right? Because the last time I did like the blueprint overall, which is everything that I teach and helping you guys through your business, with the gems that I kind of drop on Instagram and YouTube and stuff, I go into in much more detail. But it's not free. But it is my Xtreme University, which is my business credit blueprint. It is on my website too, bossesbuildbusinesscredit.com. Go on the courses and it's there. Okay. So for those of you guys on here who will be at a part of the class tomorrow, we will be sending out more emails because my team has been reaching out to me, letting me know that some of you guys were saying that you didn't get the link. No worries, y'all. We got y'all covered. We're going to be sending out a lot of different emails. Okay. So don't worry about it. My team got it covered. I got it covered. We'll take care of you guys. We'll go back in and see what the problem is and get you guys taken care of. Okay. I got y'all. Okay. Let me see. I have a DUNS number, but I'm trying to get funding without my personal information. I'm trying to get funding without my personal information. So having a DUNS number is cool, but you need to have a proper business profile set up. Let's see. Dang, you see, okay, so KB, I need to give you a disclaimer about my community, okay? They be liking you to move fast, okay? Because she gonna come in the comments and say, I text him, no response. We only been on here for 2 minutes talking about this man. Talking about him for 2 minutes. Talking about I text him, no response. Okay, it's been 2 minutes. Chill out. Give the man time to breathe. He's on the East Coast as well, okay? His time is a little bit later. Y'all, come on now. I cannot. I cannot. Let's see. Business does business secured credit cards help you build business credit faster? And does it help you get higher limits on tier 2 and tier 3? So that's a little bit different, y'all. So that's end up going to be turned into PG if you do it that way. So that's a little bit different. And you said, so higher limits with tier 2 and tier 3, you should be getting that anyways. You have to make sure the business is set up properly, the business is structured properly, and that you're building business credit correctly. You should be getting that anyways. You shouldn't be getting a couple of dollars. And that's one of the main things that I teach. Somebody said, I immediately got a response. He responded, give him time. Right. I can't wait until tomorrow. I'll be there. Yes. Okay, great. Patrice, I cannot find your video course about getting, I took that down, $450 Sam's Club, tier 1, tier 2, etc. I took that down. LOL, hopefully she has the right number. Right. Hopefully you got the right number. Let me repeat that number. 516. Okay, so that's for weight loss and fitness. 516-400-4803. Okay. Got it? Someone said buying a course, buying a house. Do you have a course for that? So that's what we're going to be talking about in the Xtreme University. That would be like week 3. So kind of some of the stuff that I talk about today, but we're going to more in depth. I will have two different people coming in. One is going to give you guys the way. So we're going to give you guys 2 different options, right? Because options are important. We don't just want to do things without giving you guys options. Okay. So options are going to be important for this process. But that's what we're doing inside of the Xtreme University. Okay, let's see what's happening here. All right, let me back this up a little bit. Yeah, so this was something that I did on my end, y'all, because I was actually connecting my store to TikTok, and I made that mistake. But the Xtreme University is not sold out. We do have 2 spots available, because I don't do big classes for these. I do small classes to kind of hone in on people, to give you guys the love and care that you guys need when it comes to this course. And then obviously, once we do the replay, it can be how many amount of people. But I usually do small classes. Okay. So that is fixed on my end. That's my apologies. I was up until like 3 o'clock this morning trying to figure out TikTok to connect this stuff on TikTok. Okay. Yes. So we do have 2 spots left for the Xtreme University. Let's see. More questions for KB. Let's see. Is it a way to find, I could find your video with the flag Google? No, unfortunately not. That was actually a class that I taught, and I will be teaching that inside of the Xtreme University as well. So it's not something that, because you need somebody profile to do it with. So no, it's not a way for you to find a video. It was in a class, like I said, it was in a class that I taught, and then I will be teaching it inside of the Xtreme University. Do you need a different DUNS for each business? Yes, that is correct. Are you into buying existing businesses? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So I do that as well too. I do sell like shell corporations. So I build up the business with business credit and then I sell it. I don't have any available right now, but it is something that I do. So all them businesses that I have under there, if it's something that I no longer want to move forward with, it already has business credit and stuff. So I can actually just sell the business to someone. You have social media, you have online presence. It's verified on Google. So there's nothing much that you have to do besides, take it and start to run your own race. Do you have a course on this? Yes, we'll be teaching that in the Xtreme University. Yeah, I text him already and see reply, stop to unsubscribe. How can I get contact with your service and website? Yes, so bossesbuildbusinesscredit.com, and then you could go at a consultation or courses. KB can help get 50 to 100K in 30 days, but does the business, I can't see. Somebody else drop a comment. There's like a heart that's blocking the questions. But y'all, okay, let me put out a disclaimer, y'all. One thing y'all know I do not like or do not touch on is personal credit. Okay. Any questions about this, y'all need to go ask KB. Okay. Also, I want to put another disclaimer out. If y'all got a problem, don't come to me. Go to him because I can't help y'all with personal credit. Okay, I can't help y'all. Mm-mm, mm-mm. Get somebody else to do it. Okay, no, I tried personal credit to actually do it as a business. Absolutely not. Okay, do I understand personal credit? For the most part, right? I know how to tweak something, hide some utilizations for the most part, but that's for myself. Okay. If I wanted to get into profile look like, so I'm just putting that disclaimer out there, okay? But I will say this: is he good at what he does? 100%. Because a part of my community, y'all know I would not be referring people to y'all if this was not people that can actually help y'all. So is he a beast in this field? Yes, he is. Is he gonna get y'all the results? Yes, he is. I can vouch for him in that area, 200%. Okay, just saying. For KB, that's a question for him, not for me. All right. All right. Yeah, we've been on here for almost 2 hours. So I need to go get ready for the Xtreme University. I need to tap in with my team to figure out what's happening with whoever. I know there was some people on here that with the link. We got y'all. Don't stress. Don't stress, okay? You're gonna get several emails. You're gonna get 2 more emails today. You're gonna get 1 email first thing in the morning with the Zoom link for tomorrow. Okay? So don't stress. We got y'all covered. I'm about to get with my team right now. Right now. Are there any more slots? So there was 2 more available from my understanding. Do I know if it's still available right now? Not at this very moment, but you can go to the website bossesbuildbusiness.com and go to Xtreme University and just click it and see if it's available. Hopefully two people didn't make that purchase. So again, my initial classes, y'all, are usually very small because I like to hone in on people and their business. I don't like doing huge classes where I'm not able to actually, help the people in depth. I'm an in-depth coach. I like to teach in depth. Okay. So bossesbuildbusinesscredit.com, go on the courses, and then you will see Xtreme University. Okay. Who's that? All right. Their recordings for the Behind the Vault tour. So if you guys were a part of so not available to people who were, so that's what it was. It was Behind the Vault. So Behind the Vault, we did the breakdown. Thank you. We did the breakdown for the Google. I did it live with that girl. So it's not available right now for the public. It is available only to the people that was a part of that program. Okay. So everybody should have gotten the link to go access the course. Would I be adding it as a course in the future? I have no idea because that's really about vehicles and we already have a whole program about that. Matter of fact, what I am going to do is I'm going to add it to the 5-day vehicle challenge to all the people who have already purchased the 5-day vehicle challenge. Yeah, thank you. That was a good idea. Thank you. So the 5-day vehicle challenge, I'm actually going to add it to the 5-day vehicle challenge. Thank you for that. Yeah, so everybody got the link for the replay. So make sure you guys are checking your junk and your spam because sometimes that do happen. It go into your junk and your spam. Okay. Let's see. I want to do that challenge. All right, come on down. Yeah, and the 5-day vehicle challenge is still 50% off because we might be removing it. So this is why it's still at that price. Okay. So you keep asking me what's my contact information. I said it to you like 3 times. Go to bossesbuildbusinesscredit.com, go on the consultation, and you can book a consultation with me. Okay. So because I know some of you guys' phones are like going in and out. So bossesbuildbusinesscredit.com, go under consultation, and you can book a consultation with me. Okay. All right. I got to go get ready for this Xtreme University tomorrow. I'm super excited. Let me just give y'all KB information again. So KB, the trainer on Instagram. KB the trainer. Phone number is text help to 516-400-4803. Let me do that again. So if you're looking for personal funding, credit repair, or debt consolidation, okay, text help to 516-400-4803. KB said he can do funding between $50,000 to $100,000 in 30 days. Okay. If you have questions on this, text him directly. Okay. Text KB directly. Okay. Text help to 516-400-4803. Personal funding, credit repair, and debt consolidation. Okay. All right. Cool. Yeah. All right, y'all. I appreciate y'all. For those of you guys who are on here and you're going to be in class tomorrow, I see you guys tomorrow. I will be connecting with my team right now to get this link stuff together. So give us about an hour, and then you guys should be good to go. For those of you guys who are also coming in, for the 2 spots that we have available, get in as soon as possible because we need to add you guys into the roster of emails so in that way you guys don't miss anything. All right. All right. Well, it's been real. YouTube is always a pleasure. Y'all always coming deeper on YouTube. I appreciate y'all. TikTok, especially, let me not say especially. I don't want to like call anybody out. But Tanya, I appreciate you very much. I appreciate you very, very much. And Instagram, y'all know y'all always here. Y'all always show up for me when y'all need. Oh, I forgot to tell y'all. I forgot to tell y'all. So, no, you know what? I ain't gonna say nothing yet. But I do have some exciting news for you guys, and I'm like super excited. But anyways, I can't say anything just yet. All right. Cool. Everybody good? All right. I appreciate y'all. I thank y'all so much. I see you guys in class tomorrow. As a reminder, bosses build business credit. I'll talk to you guys soon. Now I have to exit all 3 of these things. Now, yeah, I'm going to start with the easier ones. So TikTok, appreciate you guys very much. We'll start with y'all. Instagram, thank y'all very much. I'm going to go with y'all next. And then YouTube, I have no idea how to end this, okay? So bear with me. I have no idea how to end this this YouTube, y'all. Because I'm on my computer. Usually if I do it from my phone, I'm good to go. But I'm on my computer. I have no idea how to end this. All right. Y'all bear with me. Y'all can go ahead and log off if y'all want. Yeah. Let's Is it end screening? Okay. Bye, y'all.